Testing 1, 2, 3. Good morning, everyone. So I've been worried about the weather forecast for the last few days, so I'm glad that the rain held off for us today. It actually looks like we have a little cloud cover, so it looks like we got a little bit fortunate today. I think one of the nice things, we can look, a small silver lining in the pandemic for the last 2.5 years or however long it's been, is that we've improvised with certain things. And a couple years ago, obviously, we needed to be outside, and I think most of us are in agreement that it's a lot nicer being outside than being in the wood gym for most of this activity. So we got a little bit fortunate, even though we were worried about the weather for the last 48 hours or so. So my name's Brian Merringer, and I have the honor and privilege of being the Ottoson Middle School principal. And I'd like to start off today's programs with some thank yous and some acknowledgments. So first, I wanted to thank the teachers and staff of the Ottoson Middle School. The last 2.5 years seem like, thank you. The last 2.5 years have seemed to blur together. Sometimes it seemed like COVID's just happened, and other times it feels like forever. When COVID hit, or we called it more coronavirus at the time, all the staff had to go remote. Then the next year we had to divide into a remote academy and to a hybrid program. And I just want to say how much I appreciated the teachers having to change their lessons and figure out new methods of teaching. It was not an easy thing to do. This year, for many of our staff, we said, oh, it's going to be normal. It's going to be back to the way it was. And unfortunately, it was still a year filled with pool testing, constantly changing rules, mask mandates. It's been an ever-changing time. And I know for the staff, the last 2 summers have not been as relaxing and restful as you would have liked, because you didn't know what the next year was going to bring. And so I just wish everything goes well this summer and you can relax and recharge. So once again, thank you to the Ottoson staff and teachers. Is this good?
That's good.
All right. I got a little coaching there, which is good. I'd like to acknowledge 2 individual staff members who will not be returning this in the fall. So Lucy Conroy is the first teacher. Lucy is an 8th grade civics teacher who is retiring. And she might be the nicest person that we have in the building. Her ability to see the best in students as well as to help staff members is something to be admired. And I just want to say, Lucy, thank you for all you have done. I would also like to thank Assistant Principal Rochelle Rubino. So Rochelle has worked here the last 4 years, and she is now taking the next step in her career, which is the principal of the Parker School, the Parker Middle School in Reading. So I just wanted to thank her for everything she's done for the students, the staff, selfishly for me, helping me out, and just to thank her so much for all she's done. So we wish you the best next year, Rochelle. To the parents, guardians, family members, I wanted to say thank you. During your students' time at the Ottoson, we have unfortunately had to be more reactive than proactive. And I wanted to thank you for your flexibility and support and understanding during this time. Thank you very much for all you have done to partner with us. Thank you. I'm not sure I can see her, but I did want to acknowledge one parent in particular. That's Sarah Evans, AKA Dagum's mom. Oh, she's right in the front. Sarah, if you could just stand up. No part of standing up. There you go. Thank you so much. So Sarah helped us plan all the activities this week, and it was just so nice. She's like, I got it. No problem. Don't worry about it. I got that. And it was just so nice that I knew everything was going to be done professionally. So I just wanted to make sure that I thank Sarah. Sarah, thank you for everything. Most of all, I'd like to thank the students. As you know, there's been some challenges over the last few years, and at times things have not gone to plan, but I appreciate your willingness to do your best. Years ago, I was a middle school history teacher and a high school coach. It was an honor and privilege to meet some students on the first day of middle school and later find out, whether it was on a basketball court or a soccer field, what they would be doing after high school. One of the regrets or the unfortunate things about being an administrator is you don't get to know individual students as well as classroom teachers do. So when I was thinking about a few things to say today to the now class of 2026 in high school, I was trying to think of what I would say if I was a classroom teacher. So I came up with kind of 4 things that I'd like to say. 1, be yourself, be authentic, be proud of who you are. In this social media age, I hate social media. I often read about someone projecting an image. Don't be an image, be yourself and be proud. 2, listen. I heard more than once growing up a statement that you have 1 mouth and 2 ears so you can listen twice as much as you can talk. I still struggle with that one. But the message is to please listen to others. I think a little more listening these days would help us all. 3rd, it's not about the last play, it's about the next play. This was a quote or close to it in Adam Sandler's new basketball movie that I just watched the other day. So over the last 2 years, I've made my share of mistakes, whether it was an interaction with a family member, a student, a parent, a staff member. I wish I could go back in time to fix some of them, but I can't. However, I can learn from them and try to be better next time. Life is full of mistakes. Learn from it and try to do better. Finally, if you want to be better at something, you need to practice it more. It's a simple formula. If you want to be a better basketball player, play more basketball. If you want to be a better musician, practice more. If you want to be a better student, study more. Nothing beats hard work. It's a simple and very, very effective formula. Lastly, and none of these are new ideas that I have just said, be yourself, listen to others, learn from mistakes, and work hard. And I believe you'll have a lot of success in high school, college, and beyond. So for all the students here, I wish you nothing but success and everything returning to normal. So students, thank you so much. Now what I want to do is just acknowledge some firsts and some things that happened for our students this year. First, we had a cross-country team for the first time that we actually got in yellow buses and competed against other groups. Coach Nye was able to run this group, no pun intended. If you were on the cross-country team, and I never know what the balance is because we have over 440 students, so we have to cut it in half because we only have so much chairs. But if you ran cross-country, could you just stand up? Thank you. We also had the first BIPOC affinity group. If you were a member of that group that met once a month to discuss social justice, could you please stand up? Thank you. I also wanted to point out the Green Team Award. So the Ottoson Green Team was designated a grand prize winner by the Massachusetts Executive Office of Energy and Environmental Affairs and the Department of the Environmental Protection. They received an Environmental Eagle certificate for recognition and a Garden Center gift card for their efforts to reduce waste at school and educate their peers about the environment. If you're a member of the Green Team, could you please stand up? I know I have at least a couple more bashful people. There were some individual accolades as well, and I am now going to hand over the microphone to Ms. Rubino.
Thank you. So every year we select an 8th grade student to be part of Project 351, which is a program for volunteerism and leadership. And this year our student is Soni Wame. She's in the water learning community, so she's not out here right now. We also wanted to recognize the Arlington Agenda Cover Contest winner, that person is Beckett Thomas in the Earth Learning community. We would also like to recognize our History Day winner. So Day Pacheco of the Fire Learning Community won first place in the Junior Division individual paper in both the Greater Boston Regional and the Massachusetts State Finals contests. We would also like to recognize our Arlington Youth Banner Awards. So Matilda Trudell from the Thunder Learning Community was one of 20 winners whose banner design was hung along Mass Ave in Arlington. We would also like to recognize some math awards. So in the New England Math League contest and Math Counts, the top scores for OMS were Shatit Shakya from the Air Learning Community. Stand up. Yu Yan Wang from the Earth Learning Community. Yaxin Zhang from the Air Learning Community. And for AMC, 8 top scores were a tie between Yaxin and Jatis, tied with 18. Next were Yu Yang Wang and Una Miller from the Earth Learning Community with 17. And Suman Kung from Air had 16.
At this time, representing some of the Music and Drama Awards, I'd like to call up Miss Corey Smith.
Thank you. This year, we had students who were accepted into the MMEA Northeast Junior District Chorus and Instrumental Festival. Please stand up when I call your name. In Air, Lady Bennett Dessereau. Everybody might want to hold your applause. I've got a long list, so we can give them one big applause at the end. Yes, please stand up. Sorry. Phoebe Klein-Taylor, Charlotte Sanzo, Abigail Thomas, Yu Yan Wang, Yaxin Zhang, and that's it. Good job. So we have a pretty intense drama program here at Ottoson, and I'd like to recognize all those students who somehow were involved with drama this year. Would you please stand up and let's give them a round of applause. Over 40 8th graders this year participated over the course of 5 months to prepare for the production of the musical Annie Jr. 3 of those students received an award for 3 years of participation in the drama club, and one of those students is here with us today, Charlotte Sanzo. On Friday, we went up to Great East Festival, and 80 8th graders in the Ottoson Orchestra, Harmonics, Dynamics, Bell Suono, and Singing Bros choral groups participated in this festival, and they were awarded platinum and gold ratings in the adjudication. Would you please stand up if you were involved in this festival? Congratulations to all students.
Hello, 8th grade students and staff and families. Every year around this time of year, waves of nostalgia begin to hit me. Another chapter of our lives has come to a close, and for many 8th grade students, probably most of the 8th grade students, they couldn't be more thrilled to turn the page. After all, your middle school years were fraught with unprecedented changes and challenges. You have lived and are living through a pandemic. During middle school, a time where you have learned more about who you are, experienced peer conflicts, tried some new things, succeeded at some, maybe failed at others. But through all the challenges and changes, you persevered and showcased resilience like never before. All of us sitting here, either in front of you or next to you, know that these years have not been easy. Yet still you moved forward. You learned new skills, worked hard in your final months by creating civic action projects to amplify voices of the marginalized and enact change in your own community. Look at how far you've come. Take a second to pause. Let that sink in. And give yourselves a pat on the back. Seriously, give yourselves a pat on the back. That's a lot for middle school students. Should be proud of yourselves. So undoubtedly you are delighted to be graduating from middle school and beginning high school. New beginnings come with a lot of excitement, but there is a fair amount of uncertainty and anxiety that it brings too. You will face challenges throughout your high school years, and when faced with those challenges, I urge you to stop and pause. Think back on the hard times you've already experienced and the situations you have already overcome. Lean on your teachers, counselors, and administrators. We are here for you, and we want you to succeed. Think about how you balanced remote and hybrid learning and the flexibility it required to maintain peer relationships during a time of social distancing. You figured it out, and because of that, you are stronger than before. So as we turn the page on this chapter and begin drafting the next 4 years of your life, as the waves of nostalgia remind you of what was, and the yearnings of new beginnings brings excitement, I hope that when you look back on your time at OMS, you'll find something positive, even if it was rooted in an obstacle, that proved to you what I say each week. You are kind, you work hard, you stand on truth. And as I say goodbye to you and the waves of nostalgia begin to hit me, I am always reminded of a favorite phrase from A.A. Milne, the writer of Winnie the Pooh. How lucky I am to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. Congratulations, OMS 8th grade students. I wish you all the best.
At this time, could I have members of the 8th grade chorus please come and get ready for the performance? Thank you.
Do I just walk up and pick it up? Memories are going to use that microphone, okay? And Luis is passing the paper to Olivia. Everyone else has their own paper. Hold. You can put them here when you're done, or hold on to it. Okay. Can you move over to the center now? Move over more. I cannot see Matthew. Thank you. Look at me. I can't see Maggie.
I am sitting here wanting memories to teach me to see the beauty in the world through my own eyes. Yes, I am sitting here wanting memories to teach me to see the beauty in the world through my own eyes. You used to rock me in the cradle of your arms. You said you'd hold me till the pains of life were gone. You said you'd comfort me in times like these, and now I need you, and now I need you, and you are gone.
I remember it was a really nice day, and we all had that Italian ice stuff, and we were all running around and signing papers. That was the year I made some of my current best friends.
Since you've gone and left me, there's been so little beauty, but I know I saw it clearly. above the storms of life. Then I remember that I was told. Yes, I am sitting here wanting memories to teach me to see the beauty in the world through my own eyes. Yes, I am sitting here wanting memories to teach me to see the beauty in the world through my own eyes. I think on the things that made me feel so wonderful when I was young. I think on the things that made me laugh, made me dance, made me sing. I think on the things that made me grow into a being full of pride. Think on these things, for they are true. And I am sitting here wanting memories to teach me to see the beauty in the world through my own eyes. I thought that you were gone, but now I know you're with me. You are the voice that whispers all I need to hear. I know a please and thank you, a smile will take me far. I know that I am you and you are me and we are one. I know that who I am is numbered in each grain of sand. I know that I've been blessed again and over again. Yes, I am sitting here wanting memories to teach me to see the beauty in the world through my own eyes. Yes, I am sitting here wanting memories to teach me to see the beauty in the world through my own eyes.
A little bit leery of the microphone. Ms. Keller, you're up next, so good luck with this thing. We're going to call up the teachers and staff of the Air Learning Community and hand out the promotion certificates. So if you could please come up here right now. Ms. Keller, you're on the mic.
Okay, can that first row please stand up? Thank you. Hiba Ali. Julian Allison Cardoso. Justin Allison Cardoso. Emily Bandar. Lady Bennett Desero. Kate Berman. Ada Bickmeyer. Anika Bittaker. Nicholas Blandy, Shane Blanton, Milan Bogarty Davis, Malak Bunif, Elizabeth Bound, Kathleen Brain. You ready? Okay. Zadie Buckley, Tess Callahan, Letty Carswell, Liv Cassidy, Lei Chang, Ian Choi.
I'm not good at this.
We're working on it. We're gonna work it out. It's gonna be fine. Steve Choi, Izzy Champa, Colby Collins. All right, kids, there are wires at the end of the row, so just be be careful, you're gonna come on through here. Nina Dumas. Sophie Cushman. Nick Daniels. Kelsey DeCastro. And Kevin Kionis.
You ready? Charlotte Estrada. Grace Fessenden. Jocelyn Flores. Bianca Flori Romero. Rohan Gage. James Gallo. Daniel Gillis. Gavin Goff. Tomas Gonzalez Smith. Clifford Goldstone. Jediah Grau. Ryan Griffin. Nick Harris.
Okay, let's try. Sophia Irizarry. Ella Irwin. Catherine Johnson. Caden Jones. James Jordan. Jacoby Katzman. Where's my line? There we go. Ionis Kazilis. So close, so close. Phoebe Klein-Taylor. Suman Kung. Alex Laspina. Ava Laspina. Angelina Lazavarova. Luke Laagari. Oh, so close. Oscar Larry Malone.
Ready? Haley Lucinch. Maggie Malone. Stella McGlone. Grace May. Nico Mustafa. Sam Neal. Will Noble. Annabelle O'Brien. Grady O'Brien. Devin O'Day. Ronan Oren Ikeda. Shay Polity Newton. Rick Puzzi. Brendan Ray. Hold on just a second.
Robert Cruz. Kamara Rodriguez. Lily Roshankish. Eric Ross. Reese Sadowski. Charlotte Sanzo. Nico Savidis. Connell Schutte. Liam Shadrick. Chitis Sakia. Olivia Shoesmith. Abba Shretha. Saisha Shukla. And Savannah Spear. Congratulations.
Jesse Sultan, Elliot Swain, Rena Treadwell, Roma Treadwell, Ari Ushomirsky, Eva Valley, Maisha Van Olo, Killian Walsh, Monica Wicks, Hannah Wong, Elliot Seth, Yak-Sing Zhang.
Congratulations to the Air Learning community. if I could have the teachers and staff of the fire learning community.
Conrad Anderson, Gleb Andreeve, Fiona Baxter, Phoebe Beal, Daniel Belharet, Noga Burson, Adelaide Bippis, Italo Amaral, Teddy Brecht, guys slow down, Eli Bush, Taryn Charlotte, Henry Chernicki, Max Chernabayev, Lincoln Clark.
Julia Bejedo, Brady Cheevers, Jillian Cole, Briac De Leon, Cedric Daniel, Bruno De Sosa, Natalie DeLong, Smarika Dungil, Mackenzie Dobbin, Nathan Dobro, Lorelei Donato, Debbie Dos Santos, Daniel Elkin, Reed Elverson, Xana Feltequin, Tessa Fraley, Wedley Olivier, Julia Hockey Da Silva, Kemily Santos.
Akira Furukawa, Owen Gilbert, Michaela Gill, Mira Grayson, Will Grable, Kaz Grossman, Luke Hamner, Ryan Hill, Claire Hogan, Connor Hutchinson, Ruby Ide, Amaya Yagutz Alonzo, Henry Jalcut, and Joshua Ricord.
Noah Jepson, Irsa Campbell, Simran Kaur, Tommy Kelly, Bogie Quiche, Alistair Kostelakis, Dongyi Lee, Will Lees, Juan Pablo Leyva Perez, Emile Lemire, Vivian Lyman, Joe Lynch Shattuck, Dagam McIndoe,
Miguel Manrique, Ryan McKenney, Simowit McConan, Jason Mee, Simon Miller, Ella Mashasha, Talon Masiko, Stephen Moyer, Anna Musial, Ayub Nassaf, Pedro Neves Moraes, Angel Nieves, Azine, go ahead. Azine Onyema, Dana Masheko, Finian Pajan. Neil Patel.
Leon Pinard. Julia Podeski. Ella Rodoslavich. Colin Raley. Emily Restusha. Gregory Rubel. Ian Rubel. Mila Sandstead. Alina Saunders. Leah Schneier Van Zyl. Abigail Shapiro. Olivia Soto. Sophia Specht. Avery Spector.
Hannah Stern. Luke Strom. James Sullivan. Benny Swist. Estebel DeKang. Abby Thomas. Ryan Van Eyck. Anna Vardabedian. Sabrina Ward. Jacob Zengiori. Emma Chung. And Liam Zimmer.
Congratulations to the Fire Learning community. Just a couple of quick things. If you're in the jazz band and are playing right now, could you go right there and grab your instrument? I want to dismiss you first. Do we have anyone in the jazz band? Fantastic. I also wanted to thank all the 7th grade students in the video production. They were up here setting everything up, the speakers, the cameras, all things. So if I can have a round of applause, please. And other than that, we will be marching you out momentarily. Ms. Demetrio, we all set? Thank you so much, Ms. Keller and Ms. Hughes. Thanks everyone for attending. Testing 1, 2, 3. Good morning, everyone. So I was worried about the weather all week being a little rainy here, so I was rooting against clouds for the better part of 48 hours. Now I am rooting for a little bit of the clouds to come back. I understand it is a little hot out there. I do want to say we do have ice water if anyone's feeling a little bit hot. Just make sure they head over there. We want to make sure everyone feels comfortable. I wanted to start this program by having some thank yous and some acknowledgments. I've wanted to start off first with thanking the teachers and the staff of the Ottoson Middle School. The last 2.5 years have really blurred together. Sometimes I feel like COVID was just yesterday, and otherwise I feel like it's been here forever. When COVID hit, coronavirus at the time, we went fully remote for a few months. It was kind of an anxious time period for parents, for students, and especially for the staff. The next year, we divided up the staff. Some were in a remote academy. Others of you were in a hybrid program. I know this hasn't been easy. The last couple of summers have been filled with anxiety and unknown. And this year was actually supposed to be back to normal. And unfortunately, for masks, mandates, surges, pool testing, constantly changing rules, there's been a lot that has been going on. And I know it has not been easy for teachers juggling new lessons or new ways to teach depending on kind of what the rules were at the moment. So my biggest hope is for the teachers and the staff is that this year will be truly a summer of relaxation and that you'll be able to recharge, because I know it hasn't been easy. So once again, I'd like to thank the staff and the teachers of the Ottoson Middle School. One of the things is we have about 415 eighth grade students this year. So that would be bigger than a high school graduation. So we have to split up into learning communities. I did want to acknowledge a teacher who's not part of these learning communities, but we have a teacher who's retiring after 20 plus years here at the Ottoson Middle School. Her name's Lucy Conroy, and if we could just give her a round of applause. I also wanted to acknowledge another person who is not going to be with us in this fall, and that's Assistant Principal Rochelle Rubino. She is moving on to the next kind of step in her career. She's becoming the principal of the Parker Middle School in Reading, and I just want to make sure I thank her for what she's done for the students, the staff. Selfishly, for me, I know that we will miss her a lot in the fall, but we wish her the best in her next endeavor. So thank you, Rochelle. To parents, guardians, family members, I wanted to say thank you. During your students' time at Ottoson, things have changed quickly. We've been more reactive than proactive, and I know that's not easy when you're at home and you're wondering kind of what the rules of the road will bring. So I just wanted to thank the parents for all your understanding and flexibility over these kind of 2 chaotic years. So thank you very much to the Ottoson families. I did want to acknowledge one particular parent. She hates the spotlight, but she's been doing so much this week, and that's Sarah Evans, who is manning right now the water. So Sarah did all the organizing with Canopy Lake and everything that we've done this week, and as an administrator towards the end of the year, it's nice when you have someone like, Mr. Maringer, don't worry, I got it. And everything works out well because it's so professional. So, Sarah, thank you so much for this week. But most of all, I'd like to thank the students. It's why educators get into this career, is to be able to work with our students. And I know there's been a lot of challenges for you over the last couple years, and things haven't gone to plan, but I appreciate your willingness to try to do your best and to do, I think, an incredible job of really working well with your teachers and staff. So students, thank you for all you have done over the last couple of years. It's been appreciated. Years ago, I was a middle school history teacher and a high school coach. It was an honor and privilege to meet students on their first day of middle school, and then later, whether it was on a basketball court or a soccer field, be able to ask them where they were going to college or their post-high school plans. You really got to develop a relationship with students for 6-7 years. It was quite an honor and privilege. One of the drawbacks about being an administrator is the more you go up, the further you get away from students. So I was trying to think today what I would say if I was back in the classroom to students. And I came up with the following 4 things that I'd like to say to our students before they move on to high school. First thing, be yourself. Be authentic. Be proud of who you are. In this social media age, an age that I hate, I often read about people trying to project an image. Don't be an image, be yourself. Second, listen. I heard more than once growing up that you have 1 mouth and 2 ears so that you could listen twice as you could talk. I was a little talkative growing up. I still struggle with this one. However, the message is to take time to listen to others. I think a little more listening these days would help us all. Third, it's not about the last play, it's about the next play. This was a quote in the Adam Sandler Queen Latifah movie I just actually saw this weekend, named Hustle. If you get a chance, it's not bad. But I think it was saying that sometimes you can't fix mistakes, but you need to learn from them. Over the last 2 years, I've made my share of mistakes. Whether it was an interaction with a family member, students, parents, or staff members, there's been a few. And I wish I could go back and fix some of those mistakes. But however, what you can do is just try to learn and be better. Students, you're gonna make a lot of mistakes, but learn from them and just try to be better. Finally, if you want to be better at something, it's a simple formula. Practice more. If you want to be a better basketball player, play more basketball. If you want to be a better musician, practice more. If you want to be a better student, study more. It's a real simple formula. Nothing beats hard work. None of these, of course, are new ideas. Be yourself, listen to others, learn from mistakes and hard work. I believe it is kind of a secret recipe to success, however. And for the high school class of 2026, I wish you nothing but success and the best. I think you've earned it and deserved it. So for the 8th grade students, I wish you the best in the future. Thank you for everything you've done. I did want to move over to some special recognitions. So we had our first ever cross-country team this year, and I would like anyone who ran cross-country, and sometimes you don't know if like more of the runners in the other learning communities or this one, but if you ran cross-country, could you please stand up and be acknowledged? Thank you. I would also like anyone who participated in our first ever BIPOC affinity group, which talked about social justice. If you were in the BIPOC affinity group, could you please stand? I also wanted to acknowledge the Green Team. The Ottoson Green Team was designated a grand prize winner by the Massachusetts Executive Office of Energy and Environmental Affairs and the Department of Environmental Protection. They received an Environmental Eagle Certificate of Recognition and a Garden Center card for their efforts to reduce waste at school and educate their peers about taking action for the environment. If you are a member of the Green Team, could you please stand up? And now I have Rochelle Rubino will be announcing some individual awards that were earned this year.
Hello, everybody. So every year we identify an 8th grade student to serve as the Project 351 Ambassador, which is a program for volunteerism and leadership. And this year, Soni Wame from the Water Learning Community is our Project 351 Ambassador. We also would like to recognize Beckett Thomas from the Earth Learning Community as the Arlington Agenda Cover Contest winner. Beckett, you can stand up. We also have our History Day winner from the Fire Learning Community, which was earlier this morning. Day Pacheco made it in first place for Junior Division Individual Paper in both the Greater Boston Regional and the Massachusetts State Finals contests. I would also like to recognize the Arlington Youth Banner Award winner, who is Matilda Trudell from the Thunder Learning Community. Matilda was one of 20 winners whose banner design was hung along Mass Ave in Arlington. Next, I'm going to recognize some math awards. So in our New England Math League contest in Math Counts, the top scores for OMS were Shatich Shakya in the Air Learning Community, Yuyan Wang from the Earth Learning Community. So if I read your name, you can stand up. And Yaxin Zhang from the Air Learning Community. We also have, for the AMC, 8 top scores were a tie between Yaxin and Shatisse. They tied with 18. Next were Yuyan Wang and Una Miller from the Earth Learning Community with 17. You can stand up if I called your name. And finally, Suman Kung from Air had 16.
I'd like to take this opportunity to recognize students who were involved in our performing arts this past year. First we had, and if you don't mind holding your applause until after I read their names, we had many students involved in the MMEA Northeast Junior District Chorus and Instrumental. These students were accepted and then participated in a festival. Students, please stand when I call your name. Moon Hackbark Davis, Matthew Lee, Charlotte Martin, Aurora Solorzano, Yuyan Wang, Sabrina Liang, Kira Ponce, and Matthew Laurent. I'd now like to recognize students involved in the drama program at Ottoson Middle School. Would you please stand up if you were involved in one of our 3 productions this year? Over 40 8th graders participated over the course of 5 months to prepare for the production of the musical Annie Jr. 3 of those students received an award for 3 years of participation in the drama club. 2 of them are here with us now, Charlotte Martin and Lucy Pyle. And lastly, this past Friday, we took 80 8th graders to the Great East Festival. Would you please stand, students, if you're part of the Ottoson Orchestra, Harmonics, Dynamics, Bel Suono, or Singing Bros? These choral and instrumental groups participated in the Great East Choral and Instrumental Festival, being awarded platinum and gold ratings in the adjudication. Thank you.
every year around this time of year, waves of nostalgia begin to hit me. Another chapter of our lives has come to a close, and for many 8th grade students, probably most 8th grade students, they couldn't be more thrilled to turn the page. After all, middle school years were fraught with unprecedented changes and challenges. You have lived and are living through a pandemic. During middle school, a time where you have learned more about who you are, experienced some peer conflicts, tried some new things, succeeded at some, and failed at others. Through all the challenges and changes, you persevered and showcased resilience like never before. All of us sitting here, either in front of you or next to you, know that these years have not been easy. Yet, still, you moved forward. You learned new skills and worked hard in your final months by creating civic action projects to amplify voices of the marginalized and enact change in your own community. Look how far you have come. Take a second to pause. Let that sink in. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Seriously, give yourselves a pat on the back. You've done a lot of good work. Undoubtedly, you are delighted to be graduating from middle school and beginning high school. New beginnings come with a lot of excitement, but there is a fair amount of uncertainty and anxiety that it brings too. You will face challenges throughout your high school years, and when faced with those challenges, I urge you to stop and pause. Think back on the hard times you've already experienced and the situations you have already overcome. Lean on your teachers, counselors, and administrators. We are here for you and want you to succeed. Think about how you balanced remote and hybrid learning and the flexibility it required to maintain peer relationships during a time of social distancing. You figured it out, and because of that, you are stronger than before. So as we turn the page on this chapter and begin drafting the next 4 years of your life, as the waves of nostalgia remind you of what was, and the yearnings of new beginnings brings excitement, I hope that when you look back on your time at OMS, you'll find something positive, even if it was rooted in an obstacle, that proved to you what I say each week. You are kind, you work hard, you stand on truth. As I say goodbye to you and the waves of nostalgia begin to hit me, I am always reminded of a favorite phrase from A.A. Milne, who is the writer of Winnie the Pooh. How lucky I am to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. Congratulations, OMS 8th grade students. I wish you all the best.
Keep looking at those clouds and waving them over here. Next, we will have Ms. Corey Smith in the 8th grade chorus.
Move in a little bit. Just a little. Just a little. Ready? What? What?
I am sitting here wanting memories to teach me to see the beauty in the world through my own eyes. Yes, I am sitting here wanting memories to teach me to see the beauty in the world through my own eyes. You used to rock me in the cradle of your arms. You said you'd hold me till the pains of life
really nice stuff, and we were all running around and signing murals. That was the year I made some of my current best friends.
You've gone and left me. There's been so little beauty, but I know I saw it clearly through your eyes. Now the world outside is such a cold and bitter place. Here inside I have few things that will console. And when I try to hear your voice above the storms of life, then I remember that I was told. Yes, I
velvet curtain slowly closes as the audience is still hearing. A pause of silence and then chaos. A stage full of emotions, hugs, and tears. After months of pouring our heart and soul into it, making friendships that will last a lifetime, and pushing ourselves to the limit, we have finally finished Annie Jr.
I think on the things that made me feel so wonderful when I was young. I think on the things that made me laugh, made me dance, made me sing. I think on the things that made me grow into a being full of pride. Think on these things, for they are true. And I am sitting here wanting memories to teach me to see the beauty in the world through my own eyes. I thought that you were gone, but now I know you're with me. You are the voice that whispers all I need to hear. I know a please and thank you and smile will take me far. I know that I am you and you are me and we are one. I know that who I am is numbered in each grain of sand. I know that I've been blessed again and over again. Yes, I am sitting here
You're being locked away,
memories to
people I
teach
love
me
most.
to
We are
see
finally
the
able to come back to
beauty
school and spend time with those people in person, compared to the only
Yes,
connection
I
we have
am
experienced.
sitting here
Lockdown is
wanting
over.
memories to teach me to see the beauty in the world through my own eyes.
At this time, could I have the teachers and staff of the Thunder Learning Community come up to the podium, please?
All right, first row, stand up. Charlie Anderson. You can go that. Maeve Baldwin. Isabeau Bain. Hannah Berry. Ian Burkhart. Emma Campbell. Lana Cronin. Sadie Dannison. Juniper Franzoni. Neela Ferguson. Erin Guan. Moon Hackbarth Davis. Chabota Kapali. Amjay Vibanuthakorn.
Caroline Herr, Mikhail Inchy, Lilia Jacobs Kriegel, Aaron Hassan, Nolan Koopman, Kavya Krishnan, Samuel Logan, Charlotte Martin, Keegan Maxwell, Molly Maxwell, Philip Machunovich, Micah Oliveri Schneider, Tobin Pacheco, Maya Pachter, Abigail Pearson.
Ross Pagoda, Nicholas Pogozelski, Shivana Pradhan, Lucy Pyle, Elsa Rademacher, Oju Rizal, Nina Rosenblatt, Kenneth Stanlake, Anaya Stratemeyer, Matilda Trudell, Leon Van Leeuwen, Ezra Veyu, Max Waldrop, and Molly Yee. Congratulations.
Congratulations to the Thunder Learning Community. Next, can I have the teachers and staff of the Earth Learning Community?
Emil Bachwadi, Alec Allen, Lucy Amoff, Nikolitsa Angelakis, William Averill, George Barris, Audrey Bauer, Brady Beckenwies, Sophie Bilski Endo, Kira Blake, Ava Bowen, Luca Brunel, Peter Carl Smith. Yep.
Aiden Chachkis, Tessa Chesloff, Bethany Chow, Nathaniel Christie, Ethan Cohen, Daichi Collins, Gray Kosha, Lee Crowley, Ian Cunha, Liliana Estrella, Elliot Fekete Lever, Liliana Felchuti, Jasper Flanders, Carla Fortunio Burton, Hayden Gagliostro,
Brienne Gallagher, Anjali George, Sky Gerald, Henry Gould, Clara Green, Dylan Hall, Jessica Hahn, Quinn Holliday, Carter Houseman, Una Kathan, Noel Keim, Patrick Keneally, Monty Kistler, Jasmine Klein.
Miles Kolonowski. Lindsay Kopax. Manish Kumar. Teddy Lachlan. Matthew Lee. Ella Leitonen. Emmy Liu. Nate Lucian. Remy Lopez Weber. Olivia Maxudian. Gabriel Marin. Nicole Marichello. Isabel Matheson. Bridget McNeely.
Jillian McParlin. Kenneth Madrid. Derek May. Amelia Mahia. Una Mueller. Kai Mishina. Anthony Matrana. Shane Manas. Alice Moore. Mary Harrison. Eva Oakland. Sean Patterson. Alexandra Philbrook. Ash Richmond.
Ray Posner. Francis Redford. A.J. Richards. Sophia Sandoval. Vivian Sanford. Jared Santiago. Carly Saunders. Tobias Schifferly. Ian Schwartz. Anthony Sharafa. Luke Sheehan. Eli Slotnick. John Snyder. Aurora Solozano.
Xavier Sandoval. Nina Stockwell. Cordelia Swayze. Kairav Theagaraja. Beckett Thomas. Catherine Tuchkin. Charlotte Turner. Stella Turner. Owen Tyler. Peter Virag. Yuyan Wang. And Yu Zhou Wang.
Congratulations to the Earth Learning community. Could I have the teachers and staff of the Water Learning community up here for awards?
Stand up. Okay. Adam Advani. Nicholas Almas. Jake Arsenal. Cece Bagnall. Ina Baird. Caitlin Ball. Eva Banker. Caroline Banks. Fernando Barrientos Sandoval.
Yes, Fernando.
Audrey Benson. Nathan Beer. Flor Bataris. Isa Incy. Michael Scott. Nisa Waldron. Indigo Blancaspor. Griffin Bram. Olivia Brownell. Alex Burke. Dahlia Carr. Daniel Carrera. Taz Chabra. Leo Shivernini. Inman Cook. Jordan Cornelison. Cameron Deasy. Quinn Edwards. Ronan Emberley. Mia Engels. Hunter Falls.
Max Fitch. Ori Forrest. William French. Kyle Gaffey. Henry Geyer. Ewan Grew. Colin Harris. James Hendy. Sherrard Howe. Alexander Hariztov. Clover Jacobs. Owen G. Marwa Kadri. Cormac Katotian. And Tomas Kraus.
Sabrina Lang, Matthew Laurent, Eileen Lucas, Alex Matarpita, Achol Manyang, Caitlin McCarthy, Dylan McGann, Kyle Mullen, Ellie Mulvey, Max Mulvey, Tessa Mulvey, Jack Munganast, Finn Murphy, and Ryan Newfer.
Melina O'Hagan, Dustin Peabody, Nico Burkhardt, Zachary Fan, Kai Plant,
Kara Pontes, Graham Reck, Chloe Renault, Colm Rigby, Brett Riley, Calvin Roby.
Charles Martin, Mahir Rodet, Layla Roof, Gideon Rosenblatt, Molly Rosenstein, Monik Saini, Tylen Saunders, Fatmata Savage, Tali Schoenfeld, Ryan Sepulveda, Jolynn Shee, Ella Smith, Louisa Snell, Sebastian Snip.
Anya Sullivan, Brianna Taylor, Alan Tizell, Magnus Truslow, Ian Vale, Armin Vartanian, Gregory Walton, Sonia Wamai, Sala Wax, Isaac White, Kat Wilcox, Guile Willems Cletus, Michael Wallen. Congratulations.
Congratulations to the water learning community. The first thing is, if I have any members of the jazz band, if you want to go join the band for the recessional, that would be great. The next thing, just to let you know, the students will be heading out and going around, and then we have a wonderful band. You'll really enjoy them. But at that time, if you do want to take your student home, you are free to do. 8th grade it's a half a day. 7th grade has a full day today. I would also like to thank the some of the 7th graders who did all the setup of the video stuff today. They're on the cameras. If I can have a round of applause for them. Truly the behind the scenes people. Other than that, to the 3 other learning community teams, congratulations, thanks, and remember you're at the high school tomorrow. Other than that, congratulations, everyone. And then Earth, you're just going 2 by 2. You're going